Welcome back to True Story Animations Part 8. Today we'll be looking at weird twins who were separated at birth. Pretty questionable things and confusing things happen as usual.
Well, you guys already know what it is.
Make sure you subscribe, like this video if you want to see more type of this content. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's get started.
I spent my life following my parents through ancient tombs and exploring the pyramids of Egypt. They're
Damn, that's a pretty adventurous life.
archaeologists, and I felt very lucky to have been adopted by these cool people. My adoptive mom couldn't have children, and one day she decided that adopting a baby was
that's
just
sad.
as good as having her own.
I have a question for you guys. If you guys couldn't have kids, would you adopt a baby? Because I know I would.
She went to an orphanage, and I was the first baby she laid eyes on. Apparently, I was really cute, so she picked me. Before I go on, make sure
Wow.
to like and subscribe to this channel if you want to be cute and irresistible too.
You guys already know what to do. You want to be cute and irresistible like me? Subscribe and like the video. If you're new here, I post these types of videos. I'm not going to say maybe every single day. I'm working on that still. I'm working on that.
I promise, it really works. I went
It really
to an
works.
international
Guys, it really works. It really does. So just like the video and subscribe. You'll become cute and irresistible. I promise you.
school as my parents
guarantee
wanted
you.
me to be educated in English, not Arabic. I had cool classmates from all over the world. My favorite subject was art. I just loved expressing myself through colors. I planned to go to art school eventually. I couldn't wait to get rid of boring math and horrible English essays. While I
Who
was a
wouldn't?
relatively happy teenager, I always felt like something was missing in my life. There was an
I feel like that's exactly what happened to me. As in, like, I used to make videos. They're not up anymore. But I used to make videos, but I felt like there was something missing before I started making videos. Now that I started making videos, I can't be happier. I cannot be happier.
emptiness I just couldn't explain. I didn't care too much about meeting my real parents, so it wasn't that. I just didn't know what it was. Anyway, one afternoon in history class, I kicked my legs up onto my desk and put on my headphones.
Is that literally what the teacher's just saying? Blah 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 blah.
Didn't know what it was. Anyway, one afternoon in history class, I kicked my legs up onto my desk and put on my headphones to listen to my favorite rapper. The teacher didn't
Why is the teacher not caring? It's history class. You guys should be learning history, not listening to Lil Yachty, okay?
care. This was everybody's
whatever your
job
rappers you
class,
guys like
and
listening
nobody
to.
paid attention anyway. I was just getting to my favorite part of the song when my friend Kayla tapped me on the shoulder. Carmen, you're wanted for defacing public property.
I think this is the most irresponsible school out there. What kind of teachers just let the students just have fun in class instead of actually listening to the actual lesson? I think teachers from this school, you guys should definitely improve, okay? Because I'm coming for you. I'm a lawsuit you guys.
But when did you go to New York? You never told us about that, she said. Girl, are you drunk? What are you talking about? I replied. Here, watch this news clip, she said as she handed me her iPad. It went, graffiti artist Lauren strikes again. Depicted here is a drawing of a massive spider on the exterior walls of this luxury apartment building. Then they showed a picture of a girl who looked exactly like me. Kayla, this isn't me, I said. Sure, of course you wouldn't tell me about your secret double life, she laughed. That night I went home and I searched for Lauren online. I found several pictures, and all were from news websites stating that they had no idea where she was. They posted pictures of the building she had defaced. And well, I thought the art was brilliant.
Of course you would think it was brilliant. As in, like, people think that it was you who did it. And if you did it, you'd obviously think it was brilliant. But since they're twin sisters, maybe, of course, like twin telepathy. You guys ever heard of that? I don't believe in it, but
Then I
still.
stumbled across an Instagram page, which seemed to have been created by fans who were trying to figure out where
By the way, I've never really hooked my Instagram in. Make sure you go and follow me on Instagram at Reactaholic, and I'll follow you guys back. I'll DM you guys if just go and follow me on Instagram.
she might be.
Links will
at
be
a
in the
particular
description
time.
and right here.
Every time someone identified her artwork on a building, they'd take a picture and send it to the page. I can
Wow, lorem ipsum dolor sed amet con whatever this word is. Those are just fonts, bro. Even I know
browsing
that.
through her art and found it all so fascinating.
Lorem ipsum. There's a person called Lorem ipsum. Oh my god, look. Lorem ipsum and 291 others like this picture. Okay.
I continued browsing through her art and found it all so fascinating. I have to find a way to meet her, I thought. The next morning, I caught my parents when they were in a good mood. Mom? Dad, there's this cool art exhibition happening in New York next week, and I've been invited to participate. I squealed while
Yay.
faking excitement. Really? You've never traveled alone, and we're in the middle of a major project.
Wow, that's the first thing that your dad says. Like, really, Really, you got that? Really? No, I don't believe it.
I'm not sure if you can go, my dad said. Well, it would
I'd,
teach her some responsibility.
I'd expect some more enthusiasm from the parents, especially because the parents, they birthed you. Even though they didn't necessarily birth you, they adopted you. They're supposed to spend all these luxurious and amazing moments with you, but they can't even notice this. Okay, never mind.
My mother answered. I begged
That's
and
not
pleaded
going.
for what seemed like hours. I even printed a fake invitation and showed them the art pieces I planned to display. I tried to make them feel guilty, saying that this could be my chance at becoming a well-known artist, or at least the beginning of my career. They eventually got tired of my whining and agreed to let me go. Of course, I felt bad for lying, but that feeling didn't last very long. I was going to New York. They agreed to pay for my ticket and to book my
Who wouldn't be happy to be going to the Big Apple? Okay, everyone would be happy to be going to the Big Apple. I want to go to the Big Apple.
hotel room. I was so excited I could barely breathe. The big day finally arrived. My bags were packed and I was ready to fly away to meet my mysterious lookalike. The flight was comfortable and I sat next to a cute guy who shared his snacks with me. When we arrived, I was in awe. The scenery was so different from what I was used to in Egypt. The buildings towered above me and I felt so small. I gazed at everything and daydreamed
Wow.
for a while. Then I signaled to a
Well, she looks like she's a third height of one of these buildings. Like, what type of building is this? Like, look at her, right? She looks like she's like, I don't know, like a quarter of it of its height. Yeah.
and I felt so small. I gazed at everything and daydreamed for a while. Then I signaled to a cab and gave the driver directions to my hotel. This was all so simple and I felt so grown up. My room was awesome. I got settled, took a little nap, and then decided to get started on my mission. I went to the Instagram page and noticed that the latest pictures were all taken around one particular block, which wasn't too far away. I decided it might be a good idea to just stand around there for a while and hope
Follow
to
me on
bump into
Instagram,
her.
okay?
I took a
Follow me on
screenshot of the
Instagram.
address and went to catch another cab. When I arrived, I walked around for a few minutes until I found one of Lauren's pieces. It was some abstract depiction of different shapes, and I couldn't really understand it, but it was interesting. I took out my phone to take a picture, and suddenly someone shouted, "It's Lauren! Everybody! It's her! It's the wanted girl!"
It's Lauren, everybody. It's her. That's the best type of shouting I have ever heard. Okay, guys, that's the best type of shouting ever.
Graffiti artist. Oh crap, I thought. I realized right then and there that I had made a huge mistake. Of course, I'd be mistaken for Lauren.
Of course, that's a huge mistake.
Disguise. I felt so stupid. Luckily, the person who shouted just wanted to take a picture, so I allowed him to. Then I realized I needed to run away very
This person is not a good citizen, okay? If you find a criminal, make sure you take them to jail. Not in this case, because she's a twin sister, okay? Just hear her out for a second, okay? Hear her out.
very quickly. Except I had no idea where I was going. In less than a minute, I heard sirens everywhere. I was cornered and I
Wow.
had nowhere to run. I was arrested and taken to a juvenile detention center. I tried to explain that I wasn't who they thought I was. I even showed them my ID cards and my passport. I tried to tell them to call my parents, but they wouldn't listen to me. I had never been in trouble in my life, and I was
See, this is why you should have gone with your parents to New York, okay? Because if you didn't go with your parents, then this would have happened, and now you're in jail.
terrified.
See,
I had only
this is
heard
your
about
fault.
juvenile detention centers on television. Nothing I had watched in the past could have prepared me for this. At the center, all my belongings were taken from me. I was given some new clothes, a toothbrush, shampoo, and a blanket. They told me I was allowed one phone call, but I didn't know my parents' number by heart. I wanted to cry. I felt like I had just ruined my life. I was taken to my room, which was shared by two horrible-looking
I know for
girls
sure
who
I would
snarled
cry.
at
I
me.
know I would
put
cry
down
for
my
sure.
things, and as I was about to sit down, one of them said, "You know you have to do everything we tell you, right? This is how it works around here. You're not so tough without your spray cans and your paint now, are you?" "How do you even know who I am?" I asked. "You're all over the news. We saw you while we were watching television earlier. We're
Television.
allowed to watch for 1 hour
I love the pronunciation of television over there. Television.
a day," she replied. "Anyway, give me that shampoo," the other girl said while grabbing all my stuff. It was no use trying to assert myself. They were both bigger and
Wow, she did absolutely nothing. They took her shampoo, they took everything, and she was like, "Okay, just take it. I'm tired." It's been a long day. Just take it. I'd be
And
the
much
exact same
stronger
way
than
too.
I was. I spent several days in there. The food was disgusting, and the wardens treated us like animals. The worst part was that I was starting to smell really awful. We were only allowed 1 2-minute shower per day. I couldn't even wash my hair because that horrible girl had taken my shampoo. On the bright
Ah,
side, they
sucks.
allowed us to go outside for 2 hours every day, and this was the only thing that would keep me going. I had a special spot under a tree next to a fence. I'd often sit there and daydream about what my life would have been like if I hadn't made such a bad decision to come here. I'd probably be in class with my feet kicked up on a desk without a care in the world. One day, as I sat,
Again, teachers, please do better, okay? You can't just do that in class, please.
filled with depressing thoughts, I heard, "Psst." I looked around and saw nothing. Over here.
I bet it's
Follow my
Lauren.
voice. The
I bet it's Lauren, guys. I bet it's Lauren.
voice said. I followed the voice along the fence and suddenly a character popped up from the bushes. It was Lauren. Oh my
Yay,
gosh,
it's Lauren. I knew it.
It's like looking into a mirror.
If you guys guess it was Lauren, subscribe, okay? Subscribe.
I can't believe it. How did you know I was in here? I nearly screamed. Shh, not so loud. You're all over the news. Well, I'm all over the news. This is super complicated. You look just like me. I can't believe it, she replied. I only came here to find you and now my life is ruined in this place. I hate it here, I said.
It's ruined
"Don't
because of
worry,
you,
I'll get
Lauren.
out. You'll
This
be
is your
fine,"
fault.
she said confidently. She explained the escape plan to me. At midnight, I would pretend to have an asthma attack. I would ask to be taken outside for some fresh air. When outside, I'd run to this exact spot where she would have carved a hole into the fence. She'd be waiting right there for me, and we'd run to her hiding spot. Are you sure this is going to work? I asked nervously. Trust
100% sure, guys. It's 100% gonna work.
me. She winked and ran off. That night, I carried out the plan exactly how she had explained it to me, and it worked. As we ran away from the center together, I felt the greatest sense of accomplishment I had ever felt in my life. She had been hiding in a little apartment which wasn't too far away. When we got there, I sighed with relief. We were safe, and I was no longer locked up. After I
Oh.
showered and changed into ordinary clothes, we spent quite a while.
She's been wearing these exact same clothes the whole entire time. Look, she's wearing the exact same thing that she's wearing in the beginning of the
living in
animation.
terror and
Now,
disbelief. We spoke about our
Storytime animated. I know. I am absolutely sure you guys can do better than this.
childhoods, which had a similar starting point. She had also been abandoned as a child, but unlike me, she was sent to live in a miserable group home where she was treated awfully. Some
Ah,
days she didn't even have
damn.
enough food to eat. She was never given a birthday present in her life. And
Oh, by the way, happy birthday, mom. I love you, and have a happy rest of the birthday. Okay. I promise I'll give you an amazing birthday gift. This is your birthday gift. This video right here is your birthday gift. Okay. Entertainment from your
celebration was
son.
something she had never experienced. Hearing her stories made me appreciate my life a lot more. She grew up feeling unwanted and neglected for most of her life, while I was loved and showered with affection. The only thing that made her happy was art. Do you think we're twins? I asked. Well, look at us, she replied. I found my parents' number online and called them to let them know the truth and all I had discovered. After getting over the initial shock, they asked me to come home that instant and to bring her with me if I wanted. I asked her if she wanted to come with me, and she agreed. After all, she needed an escape where they'd eventually catch her and send her to that awful
I'm pretty sure you cannot walk back to Egypt. And if you go to the airport, they're obviously gonna find you, and then you're obviously gonna be taken to jail. So what are you gonna do? I really want to know what they're gonna do.
We figured out how to leave the country without anyone noticing. We
I
carefully
really want to know how this is gonna work. I have absolutely no faith in this plan.
disguised ourselves and fled to Canada. Some days we walked, and other days we hitchhiked. When we finally got across the border, Lauren had to change her name and get a passport. That took
Oh, okay. Smart idea, smart
days,
idea.
but
We're harboring criminals over here. Okay, I have two criminals, Lauren and I've forgotten this girl's name, and they're criminals. Okay, they skipped the border. She's a criminal. Cops,
we did it all
we got her.
on
We
our
got
way
her.
to Egypt. When we arrived at the airport, my parents dropped everything they were holding. Which one is you, Carmen? Said my
Oh yeah,
mom.
Carmen and Lauren.
Oh, they're identical, shouted my dad.
Wow, are you really that blind, Dad? Okay. Of course they're identical. Okay, can't you see the resemblance? They're wearing the same. They're wearing the same hats. They have the same hair color. Have you seen their
We went
faces?
home
They look
and-
exactly the same. Dad, how can you be that blind? Of course they're identical.
They had set up a room just for Lauren. Later on, they decided we should take DNA tests to confirm whether or not we were really twins. As
Is
you
that I don't really think that's necessary because look at them. They are
Yes,
twins.
we were. I finally felt like I
Obviously.
had found the missing piece of the puzzle. The part
Ah.
of me I knew existed somehow. Lauren and I became best friends, and we were so
Yay.
alike it was crazy. We spent a lot of time sharing our artistic creations. My parents enrolled her at the same school as me, and all of my
Nice.
classmates became obsessed with our stories. We decided to start a YouTube channel to discuss.
Wait, really? They have a YouTube channel? I highly doubt. Is it linked behind here? No, what's this? It's just the script. I feel like if they did have a YouTube channel, then Storytime Animated would have linked them in the description. But okay.
Our lives as newly reconnected twins. I was so happy I had met my sister and that we were reunited.
Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to watch more True Story animations with me, click here to watch another True Story animation clip playlist. Click here to watch a video specifically catered to you by the YouTube algorithm. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.